Well, yeah, and I know it's going a bit off of Ralph, right?
Yeah,
We're off
it's
subject
fine.
here a bit, but explain this to me. I've looked into it. I can't figure this out for me, and I'm just going to give you my honest take after reading up on it. Why am I not supposed to like Eric July?
Yeah. Because his comic
he's
book
black?
is mid, I guess.
So I mean, but what did Eric July do that I'm supposed to hate him?
Honestly, dude, me and Ashton have tried to cover this on the show, and we can't for the life of us.
I think it is. It's like he made like a lot of money from this comic
Like
book,
2.5,
and
3 mil.
people are like, he doesn't deserve it because the comic book sucks ass.
Yeah.
And it probably does suck ass. I've never read it.
I don't get it. I saw the "I wish you $1 billion" thing from Nick, and then I saw Masterson and VIto going after him, and I watched some Eric July shit where he's on stream talking, and I looked at some of his response videos, and so like he's a black guy that did a successful comic book, and I'm supposed to hate him. Why?
And like Skyver, Ethan Van Skyver will do like streams where he like dissects every panel and the art, and like, okay, fine, I haven't read it. People state that it's a mid comic. It's like the art's mid or whatever.
You're talking to a guy who goes on shit like Manga Kakalot and all these other fucking manga sites, and they read manhwa. Do you know how many manhwa and manga artists use fucking assets to build up cities or fucking streets or characters when they're doing a story that's fucking 800 pages?
Yeah.
So, like, that doesn't. I don't give a shit about that. I've heard that as a criticism, like, oh, he used assets. Well, video game developers use fucking assets too. What, you think I give a shit?
Yeah, I play shit with asset flips that you're like, whatever.
Well, there was this whole thing with the church that was suing him because they were named ISOM as well. And then we were supposed to jump on the side of this church that was suing him or something.
Well, they settled that. Right?
Yeah,
the church was like, it's completely two different things. We're fine.
Because his like ancestor, his great grandpa or something was an ISO.
Right? That's the other thing I don't get. So why go piss on his grandpa's grave?
Yeah, right.
I don't understand this. And like,
is it like the comic?
So he goes to this guy's ancestor's grave. I mean, we're all pretty edgy here, but like there's some sort of a line. There has to be somewhere where it's like, this guy's ancestor's grandpa's grave. The fuck is going on here? And then like Dick Masterson's defending Buddy going to the grave and being like, you deserve this, and then Riley's having to go to the guy's office.
The thing is, I don't get it. This is what I'm saying is like, I've heard all the shit that's been going on because I've read up on it finally, right?
Yeah.
But I don't. What the fuck started it? What did the guy do to deserve any of it? What he's got a standoffish personality. He's successful. What?
No, he is well liked, I think, in the community there, and he I guess was super successful. And then
I mean, I think it drives engagement. I think there was a lot of engagement because he has a lot of fans that get pissed off when you criticize him, so they're like engagement farming these people.
Let me put it this way. Okay, my wife is massively racist. Way more than I am.
Let's go.
Like crazy racist.
Right.
And,
JK.
She read up on this too, and she's like, I don't fucking get it. Why am I not supposed to like him?
Yeah.
She doesn't get it either. She's left baffled as to why, because he made money and he fulfilled his fucking promises.
Yeah, no, I was asking Ashton, may we watch this video? We watched, I think, 10 minutes. I'm like, why do we hate Eric? And I don't get it. And then Ashton was like, I think because he's black and successful, I guess. And I don't even think it's that, though, to be honest. I think it's just
easy drama for these people. I just don't know how it even started. I just have never been that invested in it. And so, like, I haven't looked into it.
Cat said he started flagging. Is that what started this? Did July?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but I haven't heard that until now.
Well, like, that's the thing. Like, nobody lays it out, right? This is always a problem. Like, I come across it and I hear all this crazy shit about, like, pissing on gravestones and, like, going after the guy. And then, but nobody, like, is like, oh, this is why it started. So, was he flagging people? Is that what started it? Or is that just bullshit?
I mean, the thing is, though, like, everybody involved in this, I think, is like flagging and doing report bullshit, because unfortunately, like, that's the way, like, the internet is now, where pretty much everybody is doing all this report fagging bullshit. all the fucking time. Like Dick Masterson is one that's guilty of it as well.
Yeah.
When he did the campaign against Pod Awful's Patreon, Vito's always going for people to be deplatformed.
There's a fucking tweet. If somebody has an archive of this, God, I'd love it. It was Masterson responding to Porcelain after Porcelain had lost like his Patreon or like a channel or something, and like Dick came out with this weird defense saying, "Oh, that's freedom of speech. They're exercising their corporate freedom of speech by banning you."
Yeah, I remember.
Isn't that a bizarre fucking take?
Oh, and then also speaking about Dick Masterson and VIto, who VIto also.
Well, VIto's the biggest snitch of all time. So if it's that Eric July was flagging, like, holy shit.
Yeah, fucking when I went to my fight to fight Salt Poppy, fucking VIto found an old video of when someone on my show was saying the N-word and I was laughing, and he added KSI,
all
Misfits,
the journalists that were in London
all week.
And you know, we had journalists come up to us at the event and ask us about this shit.
VIto's a piece of shit.
And
Fuck
they're
him.
like, you guys seem like cool guys. What's all this bullshit? Like, and we're like, well, this is VIto the pedophile. And they're like, oh, we understand.
Yeah.
So
like it's
I don't know. The other thing I found a little weird, it's not going to make me any friends, but the other thing I found a little weird, Eric July delivered on his product. VIto hasn't done his comic yet.
I know.
And Nick Requena hasn't sent out his 5,000 gifts to his locals yet either.
I know. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how that goes? That it's always like, oh, you're not fulfilling this or this or this. And then when it's their time to deliver a product, they fuck it up way worse. And then, no accountability on that.
I'm just saying, you know, even Coach Red Pill got out Wilshire Boulevard. He got those draft copies out.
You know?
He did get those draft copies out. We need Wilshire Boulevard. This was so... Jim, there's actually in Wilshire Boulevard, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's like a furry convention that gets shot up, and Agent Gonzalo Lira has to save the furries. And then after the furry convention gets shot up, Agent Gonzalo Lira fucks this woman by sticking his 9mm up her vagina. It's crazy.